Bill's tireless devotion to the FJA is sort of part of what he does every day. Everything he's done to build this firm has been so that he could make a difference in politics, make a difference in the laws that are passed, make a difference in the lives of the people who he represents. And so I would say Bill's commitment to FJA is similar to his commitment to the firm and his family, and that is, we're a team. We don't function without each other, and we don't function without the FJA. That's the mantra. Whether everybody here says it or not, we live it. Bill's personal life is all family. It's all about family all the time. He has good friends, but his devotion, his energies, his love, his focus is his family, his children, and now his grandchildren. And therefore, he's a very proud and very happy man because they are doing very, very well. We're so blessed to have three of them as part of the firm. Holt and Julie and his youngest daughter, Kimberly, is a CPAR office manager. So we are truly a family firm and a family business. And so sometimes it's hard to determine where business ends and family begins. It's one and the same because we feel like we're always working not for work's sake, but for family's sake. And so I would say that Bill's outside passions are just that, his family.
I first met Bill when I worked with Rumrell and Johnson, when he was with the old Ryman Harrell firm. And Bill was a huge inspiration to me. I worked there for about a year, and they were very gracious. Both he and Don Black gave me all their forms when I started my own little old PI firm. And when I went on my own, really the only reason I was able to survive was through their form books and all of their support. And Bill had always been very supportive of me all the years and has just been a wonderful man, absolutely gentleman. And we're really going to miss him. We're really going to miss him a lot.
I got to know Bill serving on the Florida Justice Association board, and then he made the error of hiring me. And I got to know him better, and I guess one of the things that I respected most about him was whatever he was thinking, you were going to hear, and there was no varnish. He was going to give you the brutal, honest truth. And there are very few people like that anymore, and I always respected that.
The first memory that I had of Bill was when he came to visit me on his Harley Davidson. Quite an impact on a 12-year-old. That was my first motorcycle ride. Thought it was awesome. I just wanted to be like Bill when I grew up.
When I was running for judge and I was trying to get support and I was having a difficult time getting support, I called him up and he actually returned my phone call, which was a very big thing because no one was. And he said, "Why don't you come over and I'll see if you're as horrible as they all say you are." Anyway, I came over and we became friends after that. And so I always say he gave me a chance when a lot of people wouldn't, and I'll always be grateful for that.
I've known Bill, or knew Bill Harrell, for many years. Fortunate to meet him as a young lawyer. He's going to be missed. I think he was excellent for trial lawyers and our profession in general.
Renee and I grew up together in Green Cove Springs, so I've known Renee my whole life. And when Bill came into Renee's life, it was such a special time for all of us who have known Renee because he was such a incredibly positive impact, made her so happy. And then we all gained a great friend in Bill. And like Vince said, Bill was he's one of the smartest guys I've ever met in my life, and one of the most interesting guys I've ever met in my life. He always had a great story, always had great advice, always helped me in life decisions. He was somebody a confidant that you could talk to and trust, and we just miss him so much. And we love them both, and we're all here for Renee.
Bill's been a good friend of mine for many, many years. I first met him when he became a member of our board of directors years and years ago. And he, of course, was on the board for years and an invaluable inspiration and a leader, and on our executive committee for many, many years. And even after Bill decided to leave the board and devote more time to practicing law, he and I have remained friends all these years and would speak regularly. And Bill would always give me great advice, particularly entrepreneurial advice about how the Florida Justice Association should be run. And I think I gave him great advice about political things that were going on in the state and legislative issues that might affect his practice. And we had a lot of fun together over the years and had many good times. And I'm going to miss Bill tremendously. I'm going to miss his, almost monthly telephone conversations and our occasional get-togethers here in Jacksonville. And I'm just going to miss Bill a lot.
Bill is a stalwart supporter of FJA and everything that FJA does. He has recognized for decades that FJA is much more than a trade association. It's our guild. It's how we educate and train our young lawyers. It's how we interact and impact the legislative branch of government. It's how we protect our clients, the consumers of the state of Florida. And he's been a staunch supporter of everything that FJA has stood for. He's been on the board, Crystal, Eagle winner, and very active in FLAG. I always enjoy spending time with Bill. He is kind of a Renaissance guy. He's interested in everything that goes on around him. He's always been very active in his community activities. He's always been very engaged with his family. I know he's enormously proud of the accomplishments of his children. And that gives him the most pride, I think, of anything else. When I sit and talk with Bill Harrell when we go to lunch, I'm constantly amazed at how interested he is in everything that's going on around him, around the world, in his community, in his state, and in his profession. He's a wonderful resource for all of us here in North Florida and within the state of Florida and the plaintiffs' bar.